Hello, everyone. I was up again before 3 o'clock, but again this morning, but that's because I go to bed so early. Oh, and on top of that, I usually get to bed, finish up all I need to do otherwise, and then I turn the TV on. Yeah, I'm one of those people. Often fall asleep to it, yes, in the middle of the night, I'm going, oh, which then, it's kind of gone back to the main screen, and I'll just turn it off. Yesterday we had no internet, and uh, I just turned over and went to sleep. That was that. Anywho, so I was up early, and the time went away from me. It's already 6:45. I gotta be over at the house in about 45 minutes. And I came across all kinds of interesting stuff. So one thing was 5 foods that are, bad for you, that you never thought would be bad for you for whatever reason or this or that. I thought, oh, that sounds good. Let's watch that. So the first thing came up, popcorn. One of the reasons was because there were PFAS they're called, and I've heard of those before, in the bags of popcorn that you put in the microwave. So I went and said, oh, is there still in there? And I said, no, they're not. The FDA said no more of that stuff in the bags for popcorn. All right. And then there's the trans fats that also go with it instead of butter. Okay, you know what? Anyway, the thing is in the first 3, 4, 5 minutes, I'm already getting misinformation because I'm going, oh, really? They really still have this in the. I've heard about this stuff for years and years ago. No, it's not in the popcorn bags anymore. Supposedly. Anyway, and I'm going, I wonder what the rest of the video is like. Okay. Not worth mentioning otherwise because, again, and I can't do anything with a video like that if then I have to go and dig. Okay, is this actually true? Or what? What's the big deal here? First of all, I'm not a fan of popcorn anymore unless I get some organic popcorn. Yes, and that I can pop myself. I grew my own popcorn for that matter. Otherwise, I eat very, very little popcorn. One of the reasons corn is so modified, it's so GMO, almost all corn now. I'm not interested. And not everybody can afford the expensive organic popcorn. Oh, the true popcorn. Oh, the actual popcorn or actual corn. Wow. Well, okay, I already know that. So, best thing, just don't eat popcorn. But, again, eat popcorn because some of the stuff that she was saying is not true anyway, anymore. I can't do anything with a video like that because I have to go and study up on all this stuff myself. A lot of it I already knew, no biggie. Trans fats. One other thing that she mentioned, yeah, not good for your body. Too many people eat too much of it in all these products, but she says it can't be broken down in your system. I went and said, really? I went and checked it out. It's not true. It breaks down a lot slower than other fats, this and that, but other food, yes, your stomach does have a hard time, not a harder time to digest trans fats, but they do break down, they do digest, they do blah, blah, blah. Okay? So, again, oh, wow, just caught you in another lie. Why not just be honest about it? Give me the whole information. Okay, done with that one. Then I saw another one. In Europe, supposedly, I don't know, it's the first time I heard about it. I guess because I don't watch the news, because I'm not really interested. Okay, for why am I not interested? What am I going to do about it? I don't live there. They have all these problems with migrants, this and that. Yeah? So, and then on top of that, and though in France they have all these problems, this and that, on top of that, France's court has ruled, and France's court, which court is that? What is that actually really into? I'm not sure. The court of France, okay, is that for all of France, or is that just, okay, I'm just saying, has ruled that that all Palestinians from Gaza will be able to apply. Apply, that doesn't mean they're going to come in, that they're going to accept them. Uh, to France, apply for a visa or asylum to France from the Gaza Strip, okay, if they're not protected by the United Nations. I'm going, oh, really? Oh, wow, okay, well, I mean, there are women and children, this and that. I'm just saying, okay? I mean, dear Lord, yep. So I went in and I checked it out. Okay, so first I asked, is it true? Did they really rule that in one of the courts in France? Yes, it's true. That all the Palestinians who are not under the protection of the United Nations on the Gaza Strip can apply to France. Wow. Well, guess what? From what I read, then I went in and said, who is not, does the United Nations protect the Palestinians in Gaza? Yes, they do. Oh, well, that's interesting. Are you getting my drift here? All right. Third, saw a post. Supposedly, True Mother has gambled away $43 million in Las Vegas. So this investigation's been going on near 2 years, nearly 3 years, and they haven't really gotten anywhere. Now there's a travel ban on her and someone else. Because they have to stay in the country as a witness. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, that's kind of common thing to for that to happen in most countries. I went and read up on it. Though someone tried to tell me, oh no, in Korea it's different. In Korea it isn't any different. Okay, just saying. That's what it says out there, according to the law. Okay. And I went and read the whole thing, and then there's just all this stuff out there. I have to say, first of all, it sounds like people who are not even a part of our movement anymore in the past seem to have had a gambling problem. And yep, now it's coming back for one reason or another. All right, long story short, I went and checked it out deeper and deeper, and I'm going to have to say, wow, you guys cannot make up your mind. The stories are so confusing in a way and the story, whoever is writing them or whoever makes the videos, they are tripping over their own stuff. Okay, in one it said, oh, it was our church, the Unification Church, our movement, the Family Federation for World Peace. They're having this crisis going on. I'm going, oh yeah, who's a part of that crisis? I'm not. So what do I care? Just saying, right? And as if we are all affected by that. I'm going, I'm not affected by it, not in the least, right? None at all. Right? And then it was, oh, the former so and so, they're not there anymore, and my feeling is that somebody realized, hey, what are you doing, right? And then kind of instead of pulling the guy into court and saying, we'd like to have that $43 million back that you misappropriated in these casinos, right? That's probably not going to happen. So the guy's going to just go to jail. It's money. It's just money. Okay, it's just money. Well, again, don't care. But it seems like these people are not there anymore. Okay, and they haven't been in quite a while. So, why is this suddenly now hitting our church or True Mother? Later on, then, as I kept listening, oh yeah, so Mrs. Hawkchon Moon, was gambling, and I'm going, wait a minute, you just said before that actually she didn't have anything to do with it, and it was all these other people, right? Yes, who are not in the movement anymore. Now suddenly, what about it? 10 minutes later, it was laid at her feet that she did it. Okay, just saying. Too many discrepancies. Don't want to hear it. Doggone witch hunt. And if you have been a long-time member of our movement, like I have, first generation, okay, man, we've gone through all of that. with true father, with the sons, with the daughters, okay? I mean, you know what? It gets so old. You're trying to hang one more thing on someone and it had nothing to do with it. And if there are some discrepancies going on, guess what? No one will get away with it eventually. But in the meantime, I'm not going to go and try and figure out, oh my God, oh my God, oh. And it's every time it comes down to the same thing. Someone wants to derail my faith. If I have that little faith, that I'm just going to go for that kind of baloney, then that I didn't have any faith to begin with. I am not just in our movement, in the Family Federation for World Peace, having followed true parents now for over 40 years. Because the divine principle sounds good in theory. Or that I have not, or the giving the money that I have given, I understand full well what my conditions were to give to our movement. And if I can't give unconditional, then why give at all? Don't give anything if you cannot make it unconditional. If there's constantly something that is attached to it, as if you were perfect. I'm just saying, in my life, through all this time now, with having started a family, getting married, blah, 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 this and that, I was a volunteer at the church, everywhere else, whatever, and on how my life went, and how I see my children's lives, my grandchildren's lives. I base the restoration path on my work. True parents first. They've given me the startup. Then it was up to me. And I see. I feel. I see it every day. Feel it every day. On how it has made a difference. Now, people don't want to believe in God. They don't want to believe in any of this. Fine. Then go on. Zip up your trousers and go on. Do your thing. I ain't going to force no one. But I'm sick and tired of people trying to tell me, oh, did you hear? I don't want to hear it. That's not my problem. It doesn't affect my life. And as I said, I already figured out that most of it isn't true when it comes to true mother. All of it isn't true when it comes to true mother. Anyway. So, had my say? Yes? Okay, all right. So tired of it. All right, we are in the book of Ecclesiasticus. I know, friend, that, and I've mentioned that in other videos, if that you probably hadn't seen, that it's a repetition and a repetition and a repetition of the same thing. I've already read, in 3 or 4 books, but I'm doing this as a condition for the reputation of our Heavenly Father and restoration of our true Father. Yes? Okay. So, I got to go through the whole thing. Anyway. 12. Book of Ecclesiasticus 12. Rules for doing good. There are conditions for doing good. Did you just hear that? What was I talking about before? I guess they didn't know about unconditional love. If you mean to do a kindness, choose the right person. And how do we do that? Then we have to be judgmental, right? Yes? Okay. Then your good deeds will not be wasted. And if they are wasted, does it matter? Do good to someone devout and you will be rewarded. If not by that person, then certainly by the Most High. No good will come to one who persists in evil or who refuses to give alms. I know that we can take this and the rest of what I'm going to read in 2 ways, right? Yes? One is, look, you're going to have some trust in people out there. And who says that a helping hand to someone you don't know and going, this is a bit questionable person, if their behavior, this and that, to not help or to help, right? Yes? Um, but then the other way too, the other thing too is that okay, are you enabling someone now? Are you with some of the things that they want from you? Are you then making it okay for them to keep on going on a path they shouldn't be on? Yes? Okay. Give to the devout. Do not go to the help of a sinner. Well, then churches are for the foxes. Do good to the humble. Give nothing to the godless. Who says that a humble person isn't godless? Okay, as I said, this is a little weird. Refuse him bread, do not give him any. There's no way I will. There's no way, I don't care who they are, if they are hungry and starving, that I will not give them something to eat if I have to give it, no matter who they are in happening. But listen to this. I did read a little bit of this ahead of time. It might make him stronger than you are. Wow. What a reasoning here. That's okay. Then you would be repaid evil twice over for all the good you had done him. Again, does this also mean, like I said, are we enabling someone here now? Or are we actually truly helping? Right? Yes? Are they being sincere with needing help? Just saying. Regardless who it is. Right? For the Most High himself detests sinners. That's not true. It's do you anyone that watches this, or most anyone out there that is a relatively good together parent and good parents, because your children do some bad things and you know full well this is not going in the right direction, gosh, I hope he or she will turn around and not do this, right? Are you going to detest them now? Your own kids? Heavenly parent is what? It's a parent, God. Okay. You can't keep calling the Almighty, if you don't like the word parent attached to God, you can't keep our Creator, God, money to Yahweh, unconditional, omnipotent, and omniscient, if one believes this, wants to go by that. Can't. You can't. We are all God's children, regardless, and will repay the wicked with what they deserve. Oh, yeah. Give to the good. We already talked about that, yes. Give to the good, and do not go to the help of a sinner. Again, how's this really meant? How is this meant? How are people going to take this? You can take this one way or another. You can help. You can still go and help, but in a way where you're not giving in to just their demands. Where we lived in Berkeley, just really quick, I don't have much more to go here, that's why I have so much time to talk. Where we lived, we had quite a few people come to the door asking for money. Oh, this and that happened, and I don't know what, and eventually we just realized that, and we would always give. We just would, not much. We never had much. We knew it wasn't going to come. In a way, you just knew, right? But then you never knew. But the thing was always a concern of ours is, are they going to just go and get the next, shot of heroin or this with that money? So early on, right, once we realized, man, this isn't just about giving. Our house is becoming a place where people just go to get money, right? Yes. And so we started this, right, both my husband and I, $5. They'll get $5 and they'll have to sign an IOU, right? And then the next time, and we would take a picture of them. So the next time they come, we said, well, we can't give you anything until you bring the money back that you borrowed. Oh, wow. Within a short amount of time. So it happened 2 or 3 times with 2-3 different people. It must have made the rounds in there, right? It made the rounds. Hey, go to this house. They'll give you something, right? It must have also made the rounds that, hey, they got smart. And they didn't come anymore. Nobody did. it wasn't just, oh no, you're no good. You're probably going to use the money for drugs, this and that. No, we designed the system. Yes. Uh, I have a really funny story on that. I was at a gas station. This woman comes up to me again in Berkeley, California. And long story short, she was from Truckee, which was several hours away, towards north of California, and she got thrown out of the car by her boyfriend, and she left her insulin in there. And I said, "Oh my gosh, Sarah, are you okay? Do I need to take you to the hospital?" She says, "No, no, no. I can go and buy it." I was young. I had all my children in the car, this and that, and another friend with her children. Yes, oh, she passed away. She has passed away by now. I'm sure her children, her husband are hopefully still doing good. But uh, Kathy Mahardy, yes, she was with me in the car. Oh my gosh. I hope I didn't say this wrong. I think she passed away. Well, Kathy, if you didn't pass away, I know Kathy Shaw passed away, but if you didn't, I'm sorry, but I thought he heard me. Okay. Anyway, and I took her to the ATM, and I gave her $80. $80 so she could go and get her insulin and make it back home. And it was one of those things. Well, she says, "I'll send it back to you, and I gave her my address. Of course, the money never came back. Several months later, my husband and I went to the theater to watch a movie. Come out, it's evening time. We're walking down to go home, the street to go home, and downtown Berkeley. And here comes this woman. She says, this that same story." And I'm looking at her and I'm recognizing her, and I said, "You still owe me $80. Do you remember me?" I said, I get it. The money is gone and you're just a scam, but I don't think it's going to work twice. Oh, she took off so fast. I couldn't be mad at her. I just, you know, for some people, this is life. Right? Yes, I sent the prayer with her. My husband was like, "What was that?" I said, remember?" And I told him, I said, oh. We didn't go after her. I didn't call the police or this or that, right? Yes? I mean, if I just go ahead and not believe anything, first of all, you can't just get insulin wherever you want to, right? If I'd have known that, I could have always said, "Yeah, let's go see a doctor and see how badly off you are." We got smarter. I got smarter over time, but still I didn't refuse help. I just attached some how do you say, not conditions, but common sense to it, where I would say, "Okay, let's figure this out." And if they were con artists, they usually go, "Oh, it's all right, it's okay, see ya." Right? Yes? Okay. Anywho, there. So, do help people, even if you feel like they're sinners. And just be smart enough about it that, yeah, right? Okay. True and false friends. In prosperity, you cannot always tell a true friend, but in adversity, you can mistake an enemy. When someone is doing well, that person's enemies are sad. When someone is doing badly, even a friend will keep at a distance. Do not ever trust an enemy. How do you know people are your enemy? I feel like in our church right now, there are so many people who I feel like just want things to fall. They don't care. As I said in the beginning, or when I told the story about the investigation, 3 years, what, you haven't figured anything out yet? But anyway, really? Why tear something down that has been so amazing? If it's not meant to be, or it truly is going in the wrong direction, or what, it eventually will fizzle out. But as I said, in my life, for my ancestors, for my descendants, this has been such a godsend. For me as well. So no. Why? Why do we have to do? And one thing that they mention is, "Oh yeah, there's this crisis in our church." Is it a crisis, or just people want us to believe it is? I don't see a crisis, but what I see is people right in our midst, people that I've known for a long time, people I have helped out a lot, suddenly want to be my enemy now because I don't want to believe the way they want me to believe. They fell away. They fell away from the best thing that's ever happened in their life, and now they want me to follow them. I'm not going to do it. Sorry, not going to happen. As bronze tarnishes, so does an enemy's malice. Even if he behaves humbly and comes bowing and scraping, maintain your reserve and be on your guard against him. Behave towards him as if you were polishing a mirror, and you will find that his tarnish cannot last. Do not stand him beside you in case he thrusts you out and takes your place. Do not seat him on your right, or he will be after your position, and then you will remember what I have said, and sadly admit that I was right. Who feels sorry for a snake charmer bitten by a snake, or for those who take risks with savage animals? Just so for one who consorts with a sinner and becomes an accomplice in his sins. Now again, this is a really good one. Who feels sorry for a snake charmer bitten by a snake? Well, like you didn't know. Or for those who take risks with savage animals. Yeah. And are you willing to take that risk with a gun? Oh, just saying. Okay. But as far as, I don't want to consort with people who think that, in a way, to solve problems is with a gun in your hands. Yes? Or other things that I'm going, no, I'm not going to put a crown on my head. That's not, okay, you know what? I said enough. And then, abandon true parents. Not going to do that. It's just not going to happen. I don't care what happens in the future. That will never happen. And just so for one who consorts with a sinner and becomes an accomplice in his sins. Yes. Some people can take that now as, true mother, but no, don't go there. If you believe all that humbug and hocus pocus, man, you ain't right in the head. Drill, 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 and sawdust comes out. Go and read up on this stuff a little bit. Now I'm telling you, most of what anybody's saying about true mother out there is 100% false. Done. He will stay with you for a while, but if you once give way, he will press his advantage. An enemy may have sweetness on his lips, and in his heart a scheme to throw you into the ditch. Yep, there you go. Yep, An enemy may have tears in his eyes, but if he gets a chance, there can never be too much blood for him. If you meet with misfortune, you will find him there before you, and pretending to help you, he will trip you up. He will wag his head and clap his hands. He will whisper a lot, and his expression will change. And that is why you will never see me abandon true parents, either father or mother. And in the way that people also are portraying true father out there now as cruel and heartless towards his wife, like a total nincompoop who has malice in his heart because his wife is doing whatever, blah, 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 blah. Okay? That's not true father. That cannot be true father. Then why didn't he react like that towards the communists, the North Koreans, when he was there? Huh? To portray true father as such a petty, disgruntled old man towards his wife. Shame on you people. Shame on you who is doing that. Yes, had my say there. Pooh. So, there it is. Well, sometimes it has to be said as it is. I'm not going for it. I'm sick and tired of seeing these posts. But then people are going to post it again anyway, and I'll try to go in and bring some sense into it. The best I can say to anyone is, before you even post anything, just go and read up on it on your own. Okay? Go dig a little bit deeper on your own. Google it. There's a lot of it there. Oh, but Google is not... Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to dig a little deeper. Go and try and find the truth. One thing, while you're reading, look for the discrepancies. Good journalism doesn't have any discrepancies. They stick with the line. They stick with the path. In my opinion, true parents have always stuck with the path. Yes, with difficulties, of course. Yes, we could have answered, well, after father passes away, hopefully mother's, path will be smooth sailing because all the foundations are laid. Obviously, they're not smooth sailings, are they? As we have given true father our full support, we give true mother our full support. And to not do that, I will be praying for you. Okay. There. Yes? May Heavenly Parent bless and protection, guide you, and embrace you with love. Thank you for all who are watching. Even if you just like my video and you don't watch it, still good, still good. There's support there. That's good, that's good. Yes. Eldridge, my dearest brother in faith, I love you. Let's keep praying. Yes, it's working somewhere, right? Yeah, doesn't always have to be visible. And I will be talking to you all another time.